NANI?!
So, I played through Devil May Cry 2 again.
Devil May Cry. Why?
This is actually the second time I've ever played Devil May Cry 2. The first time was, back when it was first released in January 2003, and then 21 years later. I actually know a few people that have played Devil May Cry 5, and they love it. And I've always said to them, look, go back and play the originals, because they're amazing. Just skip out on Devil May Cry 2, because it's kind of shit.
Do you have to ask?
Now, it has been 21 years since I last played Devil May Cry 2. I don't know, maybe it's not as bad as I remember it. Maybe. Oh, it's bad. I hate this game. Playing through this game again has brought back some dark moments in my life.
Don't speak. Just die.
I would say I am a fan of Devil May Cry, of the Devil May Cry series. Granted, I haven't played Devil May Cry 5, okay? But still, even to this day, I still consider Devil May Cry one of my favourite series. Dante is one of my favourite characters. Oh god, there was even a point in my life where I had long hair just to be like Dante.
You serious?
Oh my god. I remember the first time I played Devil May Cry. So, a little bit of story time. My first experience with Devil May Cry was a demo that I got with Resident Evil Code Veronica. I remember opening the box for Code Veronica and seeing the demo disc, and I thought to myself, what the hell is Devil May Cry? Like, you have to remember something. The internet wasn't... Like, it was a thing back then, but it wasn't a big part of my life as it is now, and, like, for most of us. Growing up, me and my other gamer friends...
You don't have any friends.
We learned about games from, like, word of mouth or magazines. I probably did see something about Devil May Cry in a magazine somewhere, but I didn't really think anything of it. Naturally, I ignored the demo and I played Code Veronica, obviously. I really liked Code Veronica. Please, Capcom, please remake Code Veronica.
Oh my god!
Anyway, after I finished Code Veronica, I decided to play the Devil May Cry demo. I'm pretty sure I had nothing to play at the time, so that's why. And holy shit, I loved it. Like, this was incredible. I played that shit for weeks. Just the same level over and over again. That's what we did back then. We played demos, like, on repeat. And then the game finally released.
Let's rock, baby.
Best game ever. Like, best game ever. It was fantastic for the time. It was awesome. The music, the gameplay, Dante was cool. What a time to be alive. From then on, I was a fan.
Whatever.
Fun little fact, the first Devil May Cry created by Hideki Kamiya, he's the man that kind of started it all, was actually being developed as the next Resident Evil 4. However, through development, there was a radical shift from the Resident Evil formula, and then Hideki rewrote the script and developed a new IP called Devil May Cry. And it was a success. Capcom actually holds the first Devil May Cry in very high regards. Hideki Kamiya and Shinji Mikami are very highly respected game designers in the gaming industry. They even co-founded Platinum Games, which was awesome. Hideki Kamiya is known for like Resident Evil 2, Devil May Cry, and Bayonetta. And Shinji Mikami is known for the original Resident Evil, Dino Crisis, and like The Evil Within, to name a few. Shinji Mikami has a tendency of like starting something and then passing on. He did this with Resident Evil, The Evil Within, Dino Crisis. Oh god, Dino Crisis. That got fucked. He did come back to create Resident Evil 4, which was good.
Nice.
Shinji Mikami doesn't like to stay in the same project for too long. He likes to, try out new things, and I kind of like him for that. Now, Devil May Cry 2 did go through a bit of a struggle through development. This was something that I never found out until much, much later in life. With the internet being more prevalent in our daily lives. I will go in a little bit more of detail later in the video, but for right now, I just want to put you in the mindset of just like a young gamer really looking forward to a game and then being very disappointed. At the end of the day, you know, being young, I don't care about development and stuff or the struggles that they're going through. I just want to play a good game. You know what I mean? Devil May Cry 2 was a big highlight for me. So yeah, naturally, when Devil May Cry 2 was announced,
Popcorn.
I shit myself. This was a point in my life where I was like I got super excited for games coming out. Most nights I couldn't sleep thinking about whatever game I was excited for. I don't really get that anymore, like, you know, being older. I mean, I still do get excited for, like, new games coming out, of course, but I don't lose sleep over it. Anyway, every year I used to get a calendar and I would write down, you know, all of the new games that are coming out within that year, and I would count down the days. It was a simpler time back then. When Devil May Cry 2 officially released, I was over the moon. I was so excited. I couldn't wait to start playing this game. The sequel to one of the best games I've ever played, Devil May Cry. This was going to be amazing. This was going to be amazing. How I was wrong. I was so upset when I finished this game. Like, I was really upset. I just couldn't believe that this was Devil May Cry. This was the sequel to the first Devil May Cry. It almost ruined the whole series for me. Devil May Cry 2 is so bad that I don't even consider it as part of the Devil May Cry series. I actually have all the Devil May Cry games, apart from 5. I've got Devil May Cry 1, 3, and 4. And I actually have them displayed on my wall. Devil May Cry 2, I found it in a box under my bed when I was rearranging and organising stuff. I'm actually surprised I still have it after 21 years and I haven't set it on fire yet. It's funny because, like, I would consider DMC Devil May Cry by Ninja Theory more Devil May Cry than Devil May Cry 2 was. The Devil May Cry series has always had, you know, a ridiculous plot. It's silly, it doesn't take itself too seriously, and I like that. Dante is very witty, and he just doesn't give a shit. His one-liners are so ridiculous and silly.
Son of Sparta who challenges the darkness for this.
Block off, Featherface, or you can stick around and find out the hard way.
And they're just awesome.
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light!
Cringe. Definitely not Oscar-worthy writing, but who cares? It's super fun. Devil May Cry 2 felt a bit too serious. Like, even Dante, his mannerisms are just not the same.
Now we can stop Arius's ambition.
Whatever.
He is older than he was from the first game, so maybe he's matured a bit.
Whatever.
He still has the cheesy one-liners, but they just don't have the same punch with his stupid monotone voice that is in the game. Dante even flips a coin at one point to leave his decision-making to fate. I mean, seriously, there's a scene in the game where Dante would flip a coin to see if he should go and save some chick that's in the game. What?
Take these and save Lucia.
If it's heads.
Dante thinks he's Two-Face now? What? Okay. I kind of wish it landed on Tails, just to see what he would do. Would you be like, nah, it's Tails, I'm going home? Like, Jesus Christ. He even does this again, like at the end. He flips a coin to see if he should go and fight the last boss.
My job is hunting devils. Let's leave it to fate.
Oh man, I honestly, I really wish it landed on Tails, because I'm curious to see what he would actually do. He would just fuck off. I just imagine him flipping a coin and it lands on Tails, and then he's like, nah, and he fucks off, and then it's just credits, like the world's fucked.
Whatever.
So there's this guy called Arius, and he's looking for these items called Arcanas or some shit. Remember Mundus? Remember Mundus from Devil May Cry 1? Remember how threatening he was? This guy, Arius, is a joke.
I was going to be the king of this world.
King? Yeah. Here's your crown.
He looks like a throwaway Tekken character. I like to think that some concept artist that working on Tekken, you know, drew him up as a potential like character, and the director was like, nah, he looks shit, just scrap it. So they threw away the concept art, and then somebody just randomly found it and was like, oh yeah, we can use him for the villain in Devil May Cry 2. He's so forgettable, and his boss fight is ridiculously easy. For being like the main villain. In fact, the whole game was easy, and I was playing the game on normal, and the game was easy. Anyway, so this Arias guy or whatever, he wants to find these items so he can become powerful and rule the world. Typical boring stuff. And what's funny, Dante just gives him the items.
Here's another 3 for you.
He just straight up gives him the items. Now, I know Dante duped him by switching one of the items, but still.
Showtime.
That shit was funny to me. It just goes to show how dumb this villain is. So anyway, this throwaway Tekken character is, you know, he looking for these items to become powerful, rule the world, to obtain the power of Argosax or some pish, so he can transcend all living things, and Dante has to stop him. But only if fate allows it, so Dante flips a coin. Whoever came up with the idea that Dante flips a coin to, you know, make up his mind of what to do. What? I mean, I get it. Like, Dante doesn't care, right? And he really doesn't care about anything in this game. They've made that clear. Maybe he's just too powerful or something, that he just doesn't care and he thinks that everything's just too easy. I don't know, but it's pretty dumb, I thought. I thought it was pretty dumb. Oh yeah, there's a chick in this game, and her name is Lucia, and you can play as her. But why would I want to play as her? I want to be Dante. Yeah, there's like a second disc and you can play as her. She has her own campaign and it's pretty much the exact same as Dante, so whatever. I mean, I did play her campaign, you know, back in 2003 when the game first came out, when I first played the game. Of course I did. But I refused to play more of this game, so fuck playing as her. She's the daughter of some old, wrinkly woman named whatever. And you also find out that she's the daughter of the main villain. What's his name again? Arias? Arias. And it's trying to be all emotional because she's like conflicted, and you know, she's like the daughter of the villain and she might turn into a I don't care.
My daughter went to face Arias all by herself.
Why? The characters are not well developed in this game. Like, I just don't care. Like, even Dante, I don't care.
Whatever.
Like, I cared in the first game, but I don't care. And I'll be honest, I don't even know what that old woman does in this game. Like, she gives Dante, like, items and tells him where to go, but I don't care. I don't know what's going on with her, and I don't care. when Dante calls her Granny...
What are you doing, Granny?
It's just so funny.
Your lucky streak continues, Granny.
I can't take this guy seriously, even though he's trying really hard to be serious. So the plot is pretty crappy, but at least the gameplay's good. Right? Nope. It's crap. Yep. The whole point of Devil May Cry is to get that S ranking. You want to get that S ranking. You do this by doing awesome combos and mixing things up. Devil May Cry 2's combat is boring. Like, honestly, the combat feels... It just feels shit, okay? It just feels shit. I really hate the combat in this game. Like, most of the time I just run past everybody. There are sections in the game that force you to, like, obviously fight, but oh my god, it's so boring. Seriously, I'm just like mashing the button just to get the fight over and done with. And you don't want to do that for a Devil May Cry game. You want to mix things up. Like, this is the only Devil May Cry game that I'm just, ugh, I can't be bothered. Just let's go, pass, go. Like, even the music sucks. I feel like it's trying so hard to, like, get you pumped and get you motivated, but it just does a miserable job. It just doesn't feel like a Devil May Cry game. I mean, Like, I mean, on the surface, it looks like a Devil May Cry game, but ugh. Like, even the visuals, like, everything's just dull and just boring to look at. Yeah, the modeling looks good, but it's all washed out, the colors, and it's just not nice to look at. I hate this thing. I mean, maybe back in 2003, maybe. But I mean, I've played all the Devil May Cry games, apart from 5. And wow, this game sucks. And I'm saying this as a Devil May Cry fan. Like, I don't want this game to fail, obviously. I don't want this game to suck, but it does. I'm sorry. The only thing that resembles Devil May Cry is when you pick up items. Like, they have the same sound effects as in the first game. Oh, and that ghost hand thing that comes out the door and tries to grab you when you get too close. Shit like that. That reminds me of Devil May Cry. Even the phantom spider scorpion thing makes an appearance in this game as a boss fight. And it's a joke. The boss fight was so good in the first game. Like, what the hell happened? I mean, obviously, I know now what happened, like, years later, but yeah, in the moment, you know, playing this game for the first time, you know, just putting yourself in that like mindset of being back in 2003 and being young and, oh, Jesus Christ. Dante has learned some new moves since the first game. He can do this, like, equilibrium pish where he's, like, shooting multiple targets. And I just find that to be more annoying than actually beneficial. Like, I just want to finish off the main enemy that's given me the most grief, but then Dante starts dancing. It's like, oh god. Like, just stop it. Stop it. Also, the lock-on system, what the fuck? Like, Dante would just, like, randomly lock on to, like, random enemies. And I find myself just fighting with it, trying to take down the toughest enemies. Like, I'm right up a specific enemy's ass that I want to kill, and then Dante just aims at a random enemy that's, like, chilling in the background. I always thought it was kind of funny, like, Dante, like, never has to reload. Oh, shit. Oh, there's a fucking bullet in the chamber. Oops. Anyway, yeah. The lock-on system is terrible. Like, swinging away his sword at nothing, trying to hit an enemy that's, like, 40 miles away. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Anyway. He can also do this cool thing. He can run up walls, Matrix style.
Does he look like a bitch?
And I can't help but think, why? Like, I never willingly used it during a fight. And when I accidentally, like, did use it, it kind of pissed me off. You do it by pressing the dodge button, which is not very helpful because, you know, if you're near a wall and you press the dodge button because an enemy's going to attack you, Dante just starts running up the wall. This is super annoying when you're trying to platform and climb up ledges and there's enemies attacking you. You press the dodge button and then Dante will run up the wall. You do a backflip and you fall all the way back down again. You're just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm sure on paper it probably sounded like a really cool idea. I mean, it's cool. The fucking equilibrium pish where he's just like, yeah, and running up the walls, like, the Matrix is cool. Matrix is cool. I was kind of expecting Dante to be dodging bullets. The random enemy designs in this game are kind of crappy as well. Like, remember the puppets from the first game? Like, the way they move and you can briefly see the puppet strings, like, they're obviously being controlled. That shit was cool. The first Devil May Cry had awesome enemy designs. Like, the random enemy designs in Devil May Cry 2 are just forgettable. Like, I literally just finished the game and I can't remember what any of them looks like. It's the same with the boss fights. Like, they suck. There's a lot of boss fights in this game as well. There's a lot of boss fights. And they all suck. It's just, ugh. There's one boss fight that is a demon helicopter. A demon helicopter. It's got a big eyeball on the side of the helicopter. Okay. What made that boss fight even worse was the camera angles. Like, holy fuck. The camera angles in this game is, oh my god. Like, I get it. In the first Devil May Cry, you couldn't control the camera. But I feel like in Devil May Cry 2, they were just taking the piss with it. Most of the time, enemies are off screen, and it just makes it really hard to time your dodges for incoming attacks. The game is super easy. Like, most of the time I'm just spamming my guns. Later on you find like a rocket launcher, and the game basically becomes baby mode. Like, I practically took down every boss, like, super easy. Look, I like challenges, okay? I have played other Devil May Cry games on harder difficulties, like Dante Must Die mode. I like playing games on hard difficulty. Like, I enjoy playing, and I finished all the Souls games. I like a good challenge playing games. Sometimes I'll go out of my way to create a challenge in a game that I really like. And no, I'm not going to play this game on the hardest difficulty, because, if I'm honest, I'm never going to play this game again. So anyway, I mean, after, you know, clearing out some stuff and finding Devil May Cry 2, I thought, you know what, maybe I should play this game again, because it might not be as bad as I remember it. Maybe it deserves to be up on my wall next to the other Devil May Crys. Nope.
Whatever.
Like I said earlier in this video, Devil May Cry 2 did go through a bit of a struggle through development. Hideki Itsuno is Devil May Cry, right? But it didn't start off like that. He was basically ordered to take on the remaining work of Devil May Cry 2, which apparently at the time didn't have a director. He was the only director at the time that was available. After finishing work on Capcom vs NSK 2, with only 6 months left in the deadline, most of the staff working on this project were not involved in the first Devil May Cry, and they lacked experience. So Hideki had a pretty tough time with Devil May Cry 2, which is, yeah, understandable. He accepted the task and was dissatisfied in the end result with the, you know, the overall quality of the product. No shit. He didn't want Devil May Cry 2 to be his only contribution to the Devil May Cry, you know, series, given the success of the first Devil May Cry. And Devil May Cry 2 was extremely poor in his eyes. I mean, that's rightfully so. Pleading with the higher-ups at Capcom that he took full charge of the next Devil May Cry 3, with the original team behind Devil May Cry 2 to make the Devil May Cry game that he wanted to make. Devil May Cry 3 was greenlit with Hideki's request, and the rest is history. Hideki went on to continue working on the Devil May Cry series. Like, it's his baby. Devil May Cry, it's his passion. You know, working on Devil May Cry 4, Devil May Cry 5, as well as being involved in Ninja Theory's DMC as supervising director. So it kind of makes sense to me why I thought DMC was kind of fun. It's a really fun game, and it feels like a Devil May Cry game. Despite how you feel about the story and, you know, Dante, it's obviously not Dante and the stories, whatever, but I enjoyed DMC. I thought the gameplay was really fun. Like, being, you know, much older now, and, you know, being really interested in game development and just like behind the scenes, like seeing the development struggle for this game, and, you know, Hideki pretty much having a bad first experience with Devil May Cry. Like, I get it. I don't blame him or the team. I'm sure they tried their best. But at the end of the day, Devil May Cry 2 is shit. And even he thinks it's a pile of shit. It's unfortunate, but hey, at least out of it, we got Devil May Cry 3, and Hideki went on to take on, you know, the Devil May Cry legacy. So there's obviously positives out of this. Will I be putting Devil May Cry 2 up on my wall next to the other Devil May Crys? No, I will not. There's obviously a lot of history with Devil May Cry. I mean, this is just going to go back under my bed, so whatever. Anyway, Devil May Cry 2 sucks, and I'm never going to play the game again. Done. Oh. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. I'm thinking I might do a Devil May Cry series. I might play through them all. And do like a little review on them. I'd like to do more reviews. Anyway, thanks, guys. As always, stay safe and have fun gaming.
Devils never cry.